In 1987, a romantic comedy about fate, family, and the moon unexpectedly created one of the most iconic performances in film history. A 41-year-old pop superstar shocked Hollywood. A 23-year-old actor ignited a legendary career, and a cast of seasoned performers delivered one of the greatest ensembles ever put on screen. Nearly 4 decades later in 2025, what happened to the cast of Moonstruck? And how did this small film become immortal? John Mahoney, Perry. John Mahoney appeared as Perry, one of Loretta's admirers, offering a subtle but memorable performance. Born on June 20th, 1940, Mahoney was 47 years old when the film was released. Over the next decade, as he entered his 50s, he achieved global fame playing Martin Crane on Frasier, one of television's most beloved father figures. Through his 60s and 70s, Mahoney continued acting in film, television, and stage productions. He passed away in 2018 at the age of 77, but by 2025, his legacy remains firmly intact, with Moonstruck standing as one of his notable early film appearances before television superstardom. Anita Gillette, Mona. Anita Gillette appeared as Mona, Cosmo Casterini's mistress, delivering a performance that perfectly balances humor, warmth, and emotional vulnerability. Born on August 16, 1936, Gillette was 51 years old at the time of the film's release. Through her late 50s and 60s, she remained a respected presence in theater, television, and film, appearing in popular shows such as Moonlighting, Seinfeld, and Modern Family. In her 70s and 80s, Gillette continued to act selectively while earning admiration for her stage work. In 2025, Anita Gillette is 88 years old, celebrated as a seasoned character actress whose career spans more than 6 decades, with Moonstruck remaining one of her most recognizable screen roles. Julie Bovasso, Rita Capomaggi. Julie Bovasso played Rita Capomaggi, Loretta's sharp-tongued friend whose no-nonsense advice adds texture to the neighborhood atmosphere of the film. Born on August 1, 1937, Bovasso was 50 years old when Moonstruck was released in 1987. In the 1990s, as she entered her 50s and early 60s, she continued working steadily in film, television, and theater, becoming known for portraying authentic, working-class New York women. Beyond acting, she was also a playwright, with several of her works produced off-Broadway. Bovasso passed away in 2001 at the age of 64, but by 2025, her contribution to Moonstruck is still appreciated for adding realism and emotional grounding to the film's ensemble. Danny Aiello, Johnny Camilleri. Danny Aiello played Johnny Camilleri, Loretta's well-meaning but absent fiancé. Born on June 20th, 1933, Aiello was 54 years old during Moonstruck. In the years that followed, through his late 50s and 60s, he became one of Hollywood's most reliable character actors, earning an Oscar nomination for Do the Right Thing, and appearing in films such as Leon, The Professional, and Hudson Hawk. In his 70s and early 80s, Aiello continued acting while also pursuing music. He passed away in 2019 at the age of 86, and in 2025, he is remembered as a versatile performer whose grounded realism added depth to every project he touched. Vincent Gardenia, Cosmo Casterini. Vincent Gardenia portrayed Cosmo Casterini, Loretta's philandering father whose charm masks deep emotional contradictions. Born on January 7, 1922, Gardenia was 65 years old in 1987. Throughout his 60s and 70s, he was a familiar face in both film and television, often playing blue-collar, working-class characters with warmth and complexity. His performance in Moonstruck earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, highlighting his talent late in life. Gardenia passed away in 1992 at the age of 70, but as of 2025, his work continues to be celebrated, especially his ability to humanize flawed characters with humor and emotional truth. Olympia Dukakis, Rose Casterini. Olympia Dukakis played Rose Casterini, Loretta's wise, sharp-observing mother whose quiet strength anchors the family. Born on June 20th, 1931, Dukakis was 56 years old at the time of the film's release. Through her 60s and 70s, she became known for portraying intelligent, emotionally grounded women, often stealing scenes with minimal dialogue. Her performance in Moonstruck earned her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, transforming her into a respected character acting legend. By the time she reached her 80s, Dukakis continued acting in film, television, and theater. She passed away in 2021 at the age of 89, but in 2025, her legacy remains deeply respected, with Moonstruck widely considered her defining role and a masterclass in subtle, emotionally rich acting. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage starred as Ronnie Camerari, the volatile, passionate baker whose intensity drives much of the film's emotional power. Born on January 7, 1964, Cage was just 23 years old during filming, marking Moonstruck as his true breakout role. In the 1990s, as he moved through his 30s, Cage became one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, winning an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas and headlining major hits like The Rock and Face Off. By the 2000s and 2010s, in his 40s and 50s, he reinvented himself through eclectic and independent roles. In 2025, Cage is 61 years old and enjoying a major critical resurgence, praised for bold performances in films such as Pig, Mandy, and Dream Scenario. His role in Moonstruck is now viewed as the foundation of one of the most unconventional and prolific careers in modern cinema. Cher, Loretta Castorini. Cher delivered one of the most iconic performances of her career as Loretta Castorini, a sharp-tongued Brooklyn widow who unexpectedly finds love again. Born on May 20th, 1946, Cher was 41 years old when Moonstruck premiered in 1987. By the mid-1990s, she was in her late 40s, reinventing herself repeatedly in both music and film, and entering her 50s during her massive pop comeback era in the late 1990s. In 2025, Cher is 78 years old, widely regarded as one of the most enduring entertainers in history. Moonstruck earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress, cementing her credibility as a serious actress. Beyond the film, her career spans decades of chart-topping music, global tours, fashion influence, and acclaimed performances in films such as Mask, Mermaids, and Burlesque. As of 2025, Cher remains a cultural icon, selectively appearing in projects while maintaining legendary status across generations.